Hey y'all, it's me. Here for another message. Um, I can tell that there is a lot of purging, not only with myself, the things around us. I keep hearing like starting from scratch, um, or like just things are starting over. Remember last time we talked about like a redo? I think it's more of like it's like we're revisiting old things and they're either being pulled out of us or we're being like asked to look at them in a new way or like a new perspective. Granted, like perspective is it, it's when you change your perspective on something, you actually uh, are growing because you before you were only seeing it one way, right? But when you gain more perspective, you're able to see it from a different angle. Okay. So whereas like a turtle cannot see from a giraffe's perspective. Um, and I think that's what's happening. A lot of things like I thought I had already cleared out, I hadn't. So they're coming back up and I'm actually having to like face them in a different way. And then also having enough courage to accept the fact that like the past is the past and everyone's on their own journey. And that's like where the forgiveness comes in. Man, it's been hard. um, because in order to get to a place of like forgiveness, you have to accept that like the people situations that you've been in helped contribute to the person you are right now in this moment. And also acknowledging that those people, that person was like that then. And like whatever happened had to happen for their journey and yours. And man, it's not easy because sometimes you just want to feel like people like you're understood of like why you did certain things, why it happened. But then also something I'm learning is when you pull yourself out of that victim state, you actually you become stronger. So yes, like they may have hurt you, he may have hurt you, she may have hurt you, you may have felt hurt by losing something, but it's not about you. Okay. And like that's a lesson we all have to learn. Like the world does not revolve around us. We, in fact, are a part of it, but it doesn't revolve around us. And like in order for everybody to get what they need on their life journey, things have to happen. And some days, like I'm down with that, and then other days, I'm just like, no, I'm mad. But I feel like lately I've been asked, in order to start this new journey I'm on, like to ascend more, is true forgiveness and being open to just newness. It goes back to that card we saw in the last reading where the sword, one was going up, one was going down. But only the sword of ascension had the key, right? But the sword that was piercing his hand, he was bleeding. And it's like it's a choice. Like usually like Eight of Air or Eight of Swords is like about like like you're entrapped in like your own kind of mind, like victim mentality. And in that card is specifically like there's a choice. You can unlock yourself from that mentality, or you can continue to attach yourself to things from the past and suffer. And right now in my life, I'm choosing to detach and let live, um, so that what's for me comes to me. Because nothing that's for me can come to me until I've made space for it. And man, yeah, this whole week has been a lot of purging. Granted, like all of the things that have been going on around us have been hard to see and watch, but I'm choosing to pull myself out when I can and to acknowledge that everyone is playing their role right now. And I have to be able to name what is, and then also acknowledge that that's where they are. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of people in power right now, that's where they are. And I'm hoping, like, along this ascension process, and the more people, young people, get to know themselves and know who they are, that people will step into power. And when they get those places of power, they do it differently. They do it from a place not only of self, but like of higher perspective, which will help heal not heal people, because you cannot heal others. You can inspire others to heal themselves. But I'm hoping, like, in the future, more people in power, that hold power, have done the work so that things can actually change and they have a greater impact on our world. But yeah, something I'm feeling is like in addition to like the integration and things, like we are starting from a new place, or about to. Things are being cleared out. Things are being forced to clear it out. A lot of memories coming back to us, asking us to change our perspective on them, to see it differently. Like, yes, we went through the pain before, but now it's time to look at it again and actually acknowledge, like, what has happened, what's happened since then, what have you learned about yourself since then. That's all I'm going to say. Let's pull some cards and like just get some more advice on like how to get through this time, how to what we should be focusing on. Yeah, let's do that. This is my sacred geometry deck. Oh no, it's my activation. Yeah, sacred geometry activations deck. I like this deck because like it just gives me a theme and it allows me to tap into that theme or whatever it may be. Yeah. Just all magic. Dynamic. Yeah, my dreams have been crazy. Even when I'm napping, a lot of people coming back. And they may not be physically coming back, but I don't know. I'm noticing I can see how far I've grown, because when in particular like these dreams, like I'm not being one flipped over. Okay, I see you, Spirit. Just while healing, I can tell that I am definitely in the process of purging old thoughts, old things, because a few, like maybe 5-6 years ago, like I would have been mad in the situations that I've been in my dream, but instead I've been very soft and open. And granted, that's something I need to figure out for myself. I don't know necessarily what it means. Compassion at the bottom again. Yes, I do believe we all are trying to find the space to have compassion for all living things, but also like for people. And I think that comes with forgiveness, compassion for other people's journeys, because it's not going to look the same as yours. They're not going to see things like you see them, but just understanding that like maybe like 5 years from now they'll be in a new place and they'll be able to look back and understand like, oh, like I always think that's beautiful. So okay, first card that came out is romantic love. Okay, I really do believe like we are making space like for new things, and you could already be in a relationship, you could be single, but like as you purge and let go of things that are not working anymore, you are making space for a new way to love. um and it's gonna feel good, it's gonna feel different, it's gonna feel just like strong, because the beauty of getting to know yourself is like when you bring your whole self to a relationship, you are able to be grounded even when things are hard or you're like having an argument, because it's like you know where you stand. And not only do you know where you stand, but you can honor and accept that, yes, I see this differently from you, but let's have a discourse where we figure it out together. I'm not trying to change you, you're not trying to change me, but let me gain more perspective on this. And like when you welcome that in a very healthy relationship, it only pushes you to be greater. And so that's something I'm looking forward to. I know a lot of us are. And you know, take out the romantic part, but like just many of us like are, not only our relationships, but our just friendships, our familial like relationships, like they are being forced to grow. We're not just accepting people to be like, oh, that's just how they are. No, 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 no. Like things are changing. People are changing, you know? And then the next card we have is emergence. Okay? Like the things that are being brought to the surface are actually calling us to notice them and then be active in how we choose to work with that energy, right? So like when we emerge from the darkness, it's like a new perspective, that idea that I am not the same, I am new, like that death process. We go deep to come back out. Like we submerged only to emerge again with broader perspective, and just like, man, and you know what? You come out just new. You come out new. The card says the frequency of emergency invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. So, that inner child, right? A lot of us have been working on that inner child, figuring out like, what does he or she or they need? Um, what didn't they get when they were younger? Finding it, and then like getting back in touch with that. Okay, to bring balance into our lives right now. It's beautiful. And then just walking with the eyes of a child. Like we talked about last time, like you can learn a lot from children because they, for the most part, don't have fear. And they don't hold judgment on people. They just let people be, you know? And then finally, divine feminine. This is really special to me because I feel like I've been coming into this being more open and learning how to come into balance. And I feel like in this new part of my life, I'm being asked to be softer and not depend on my masculine energy to take up so much, you know, because my masculine energy is the protector. Like it's always like, no. Like it's always like, no, like always expecting like to fight, to like go to war. And it's not bad, but it's just saying there's an imbalance. But right now I feel like I'm coming into a strong balance of both my masculine side and my feminine side, and then also healing my inner child. And the divine feminine energy is someone who's done the work. Like we talked about before, she's submerged into her darkness, figured it out, and then she emerges and like is like, okay, I can walk in this light now because I know what it's like to be so submerged into that darkness. Like, she's been there. I've been there. Still, and thing is, we go there. We keep going there, and it's not like you just stop going there. But each one is a level up. And I feel like right now I'm leveling up to my divine feminine. Okay. What we gonna do? Let's get some more. This video's already 15 minutes. Oh my god, I can't. Let's go to my crow. I was looking at the crows today outside. Strange that came out, but first let me shuffle a little better. Letting go of the hurt. I just saw 10 of Wands and 3 of Swords. Putting down the burden. Just let that pain crack you open. Last night I was sitting on my couch and I had to cry. I had to mourn somebody I keep mourning. A relationship that's been over for a long time, but for some reason, like, I guess it hasn't purged itself out. And today I feel lighter because you have to be honest with yourself. And it's not wishing bad or anything on that other person, like wishing them the best. Like, I hope you are well. I hope you are building and like starting the life you've always wanted. And like mourning that it's not with me. And that's okay. Because it wasn't supposed to be. But like, it's like, my friend, she had the perfect analogy last year. Just kind of like that root, like, you pull up the flower, but like sometimes you only get parts of like the stem when you pull it out, but you gotta like literally go deep and like you gotta make sure the roots are just like gone. And I feel like that's what a lot of us are being asked to do. I'm not gonna take all these cards just because I'm not sure, but man, a lot of us are mourning and re-mourning. God, okay, too many cards. Let's just get a good 3. Okay, King of Pentacles is out. Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Justice. The world, this cycle's almost over. Keep doing what you gotta do to come into balance, okay? 9 of Pentacles. The world's still at the bottom of the deck. This is almost over. Hold on. Hold on. We are starting from scratch. Okay? Everything that you've been working on is going to start to show itself in real, tangible ways, whether that be friendships, whether that be wealth, whatever your idea of abundance is, it's going to come to you because you've been doing the work. The Six of Cups also symbolizes a level of balance, a level of reciprocation. It came out, I'm not sure if it came out in reverse or not, but either way, we're stepping into this new earth demanding that what we give is given to us. Okay? Some people say like Six of Cups is it's like your old soulmate, kind of thing. But for me, what I'm seeing is like This king who's done all this work, right? And the king can be a queen too. They're looking for someone or the things in their life that give to them as much as they give out. Because when you've made it to here, you're not accepting anything less than what you deserve. Okay? So when you come into balance, you're going to know when someone brings you off balance. And I think that awareness is very important for when we start to take new steps and do new things. And then this Six of Cups is telling me that we are demanding balance. This king is demanding balance in all parts of his life. I'm not saying it's always going to be there, but to know what you deserve is the first step in knowing like what is a yes and what is a no. Okay? The next card we have is Queen of Cups. Yes, we are open. We are saying yes, like that nurturing, like not so much like, It's like the nurturing side, that mother energy that's coming out in a lot of us. Wanting to nurture those that we know have been in pain. And sometimes that means mothering ourselves, like accepting, like, dang, like I was not that great of a person. Like I've definitely been that just not the best person I could have been. Definitely the person that was taking more than giving. And the Queen of Cups is like, that's okay. Right now, you deserve love. Like everyone deserves love. And I think a lot of us are learning how to mother ourselves and to nurture our own needs. Okay? But not only is she good at like nurturing her own needs, she is good at offering love to others as well and not asking for it. She just is overflowing with love. Like it's like, I got it because my cup runneth over, like self love. Like she knows where she is and what she's worth, but she also knows that she didn't get there alone. She knows that she's done the work on herself, just like this king, and she is willing to give to help nurture someone else figure themselves out. Okay? And then justice. We're coming into balance, y'all. Like we were talking about balancing out that masculine, feminine energy. We're balancing ourselves out. Okay? And if we're not balancing ourselves out, a lot of us are probably noticing where that balance needs to come, like where we are like tilting. Some of us are still in the fight or flight mode. That victim mentality, we need to come out of that. Because if you're always playing the victim, you're never going to know what it feels like to overcome these challenges, these codependencies, because you're always going to be depending on someone to give you you. And the truth is, no one can give you you. You are you. You know yourself when you take the time. But if you're always expecting someone to give to you who you are, then you will be stuck in that state and you will always be waiting for someone to like fix you. And we're not here to fix each other. That's when the self-love comes in. The self-love is to teach us like, no, I am the creator of my own, just of my own reality. I am. Like that in itself is powerful. I am who I am. You can't be who I am because I am who I am and you are who you are. But if we continue to stay in a victim state, you cannot manifest there. You would only be taking crumbs because you don't believe in yourself. So I encourage you, if you are still feeling like you are owed, it's time for you to say, no, I'm going to do this. I am going to take over what is rightfully mine. I'm going to manifest from a place of love for myself, and I will watch the abundance come in because I know my worth. And that's what a lot of us are starting to do. We're purging the stuff that made us not know our worth. Okay? You're going to do this. You got this. And then the last card is that Nine of Pentacles, that independence, those tangible things that we have been working for. Okay? Like, I got myself here. I did that. It was ugly sometimes, but you know what? I did it. I can do this. When I come into a relationship, I can bring my whole self now. I can bring something. I have something to offer. You know? I'm not just accepting crumbs. I know my worth. And that is what the divine feminine knows. That is who she is. She is the Queen of Cups. She is that Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay? And then the world comes into completion. Right under it is the Four of Swords, which means rest. A lot of us might be in rest right now, just kind of overcoming a lot of hurt, a lot of codependencies, getting over this pain, whatever it may be, that wounded warrior energy. I'll go ahead and clarify. Ooh, Daughter of Wands, protecting what's ours. Ten of Swords, yes. That pain is the worst. King of Swords, clarity, strength and discernment, figuring out what's for you, what's not for you. Being able to say, nah, but have a great day. Okay? Protecting what is rightfully yours and only allowing those who are fully giving you full reciprocation to enter. Oh, otherwise they don't get to enter. Okay? Father of Cups in reverse, but we're going to turn that around because this is when you've done the work. Okay? Just like the Queen of Cups, it's like, I understand. But when it's in reverse, it's like, I'm not doing this again. I mean, and if you want, you can live there in that space. But there's no living in that space. All these cards are coming out. I'm not going to use these cards, but just so you see, we have Four of Wands, True Foundations coming in. Look at that portal. Okay, as soon as we're all done purging, we can start to build this. We can start to have this with people who do reciprocate. Okay, then again, we have Nine of Pentacles again, protected, because it's only for you. What's for you is only for you. And Justice at the bottom. You see that? Justice. Let me get two more cards real quick. Those codependencies, man. Those things that are holding you back, you got to purge them out. And if you don't purge them out, then it's a lesson we just have to learn again. It's okay if some of us got to learn the same lessons. Son of Cups. Just starting to see. Look at that. There's so much potential here. So much potential. Three of Wands. Gathering up our things and being like, okay, look at what I can go to. I can work towards that. That's a whole new beginning I can make. I can create if I am in a place of truth. This is avoiding the truth. But if we just let the truth come and accept that, you could be unstoppable. Okay? Stop letting people lie to you. They don't know you. They don't know what your path is. Let's go ahead and pull 30 minutes. I don't know why. Because I just be talking to myself. This is my work your life oracle cards. Let's go ahead and get two of these. Break the chain. We are, like last time, we are breaking ancestral curses, okay? Your ancestors are working with you because they don't want you to make the same mistakes that they have made. Like, you are here to make new choices. Just because your family does something and you've made it like, oh, we just do this, like, don't do that. If you know that it's not working, stop. Where are your boundaries? Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Remember, if it's this and it ain't this, bye. If they aren't reciprocating, bye. You deserve better. What are you clinging on to? Let it go. Let it go. It's that tower energy. Let it go. Okay? We're purging all of this because we have a new calling. We are demanding that we bring in the new earth, and that starts with us. You are protected. Council of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Your ancestors, they watching you. They're helping you. They're working for you, okay? But you got to help do the work too. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? You know, I know it can be scary to break chains and habits, especially when they're in our family, because we've gotten used to just kind of coping and dealing with things. But a lot of us are being called to be the leader in doing that. Because when they see it, they've probably never seen it done before. And you all have so much wisdom already in you. You don't have to depend on what's been done to keep making it work. It doesn't work. It's not working anymore. And a lot of us are being called to change those habits so that they can see how it's done. Okay? And that's why we're starting from scratch. The old way isn't working anymore. It's not working. That truth is no longer the truth that's going to help us break these ancestral curses, these habits that aren't helping us touch new ground. Like, we want more, but you have to unlock that by doing something you've never done before. Okay? And that goes with relationships, that goes with friendships. Like, you have to do more. You have to do something you've never done to go somewhere you've never been, right? And you can do this. You can do this. All right, y'all. I hope that helps someone. Don't worry, I'm purging right there with you guys, sitting on my couch, crying my eyes out. But it's okay, because, man, I know something's on the other side of all this. I know it is. I believe that, and that's where the faith comes in. You have to know while you're doing the work, something is not that you're waiting to be given something, but it's like you worked for it. And therefore, like, it's given to you. Okay? People come into your life that just get you. You know? You don't have to like prove your work. They just already see it because your light shows. Like, you glow when you've been doing the work. You glow. You look lighter. Like, people can sense your energy. And like, granted, like, people that, when you have good energy on you, everybody wants to touch you. Everybody wants a piece of you. But you have to use that discernment, right? You have to know who's actually worth investing in. And don't forget that they're going to invest in you too. So you have to be just as strong, you have to be just as giving as someone is to you. Otherwise, you're repeating the cycle. You're just going to like do what's been done to you. And we don't want that anymore. So, that being said, I bid thee adieu. I don't even know if I said that right, but I will see y'all with my next video. Just sit. I know it's heavy energy, but it's like, this is like the thick of it. For those of us that are doing it, like this is the thick of it, and just like sit in it and just figure it out. It's going to, doing this. Just take those deep breaths, bring yourself into balance and like ebb and flow. Okay, y'all. See you later.